Hi, I'm Ed Apfel.
And I'm Pam Apfel. Together, we started TerraMica, and this is the story of what inspired us.
It was around 1912 when my grandfather began buying green coffee on the docks in Oakland, California. He would take it back to his small roaster and begin roasting coffee. After serving in World War I, he moved to Los Angeles and incorporated the company, where he successfully grew and ran the business. As a small child in the 60s, I could remember watching my grandfather sample coffee, and I would crawl over the burlap sacks in the warehouse. The smell of earth, fresh green coffee, overwhelmed my senses, but it etched in my memory a product that I would never forget. In 1982, I started to work for my family. It was in 1987 I then was able to make the first trip to Central America. At first, I was all business. I was focused on coffee production, on processing, and the supply chain. But it was in 1992 that I made a trip to Honduras, and I saw things that completely changed my perspective of the product I so loved, and it turned my heart towards the coffee farmer. I was up in the mountains where the majority of specialty coffee is grown, and I was volunteering for an organization that helped children in the final stages of cancer. The families had no resources and honestly did not know what else to do. One morning, after one child died, I helped pick up the coffin, and the children from the center joined us on the long trip up to the cemetery. During the burial, the children, who are cancer patients themselves, held hands, singing hymns, praying, and spent time talking to one another. From that point on, I saw coffee farmers through a completely different lens. It then took me 15 years to really begin engaging, because my corporate career was taking off. But as I began to study, I learned that 12.5 million small plot coffee farmers produce 60% of the world's coffee. And 44% of those were living, earning less than $100 per month. The very poorest, who live in the hardest to reach places in the mountains, have limited access to clean water, sanitation, education, and a healthy home. Their poverty passes on from generation to generation. These are the people that grow and pick our finest coffees. I saw that Pam, who also came from a business background, and I, as a couple, would work well as a team. I knew we could apply our knowledge and our skills to make a direct difference in the lives of people we care about. So, in 2015, we started TerraMica and began directly serving poor coffee farmers in Honduras. We learned how to be effective working with local communities, local churches, and coffee cooperatives, and with local governments to install water tanks and filters for families without access to clean, potable water. We learned, though, that this was not enough, that the entire home ecosystem needed to be healthy so that real change would happen. You had to help the people improve their entire household, both from the inside and out. So, we also help pour cement floors. We repair roofs, install latrines, and for the very poorest, including widows and the elderly, we rebuild entire homes. Inside the coffee family household, we saw the need for a sense of dignity and hope, for spiritual renewal, for healthy, family relationships and healthy habits, for a sense of unity and purpose in the broader community. In 2019, we perfected our My Healthy Home and My Healthy Communities training approach. My Healthy Home curriculum has 8 lessons that help families understand the importance of maintaining a healthy home infrastructure, an aesthetic, hospitable and organized interior and exterior, and healthy family relationships, as each family looks to the future to improve their situation and their community. The training looks and feels local and includes video dramas acted out by actual local families and video stories of exemplary families. These role models are the very families who others can emulate. TerraMica trainers lead active, vibrant, discussion-based training sessions. By pairing support for home infrastructure improvement with excellent transformational training, we are now helping turn very poor households into healthy homes in the most remote coffee-growing regions of Honduras. We get things done. TerraMica has learned how to be effective. We are learning how to be more efficient. Now, TerraMica needs your help to expand to reach thousands upon thousands of small plot coffee farmers throughout Honduras and around the world with our practical, life-changing approach. TerraMica supports 6 investments per household within the My Healthy Home program. A cement floor is $380. Solid, durable walls are $590. A permanent, long-lasting roof is $780. A water tank and filter costs $295. A latrine and waste disposal system is $620. Required training costs only $90 per household. You can help transform the impoverished coffee farmer's household into a fully healthy home for $2,755. Honduras has over 95,000 small plot coffee farmers with less than 3 acres of land, most of whom are living in extreme poverty. Our goal in Honduras in 2020 and 2021 is to reach 500 coffee farming families with the full My Healthy Home package, increasing that to 1,000 families by 2022, a direct benefit to over 6,000 coffee farming family members. In 2021, TerraMica's goal is to expand into Colombia, one of the world's largest coffee growers, to work with coffee-growing families who have been displaced by violence. Initially, we will be targeting 500 families, starting with training with seed capital of $170,000. We also want to expand into Africa in 2021 and 2022. São Tomé y Príncipe is an island nation just off the west coast of Central Africa. The island nation has 211,000 inhabitants. 37,000 families are dedicated to farming, primarily coffee and cacao. Most of them are living well below the extreme poverty line of $1.90 a day. Our goal in São Tomé, along with a local established church partner, is to initially reach 300 families, which requires $150,000 of seed capital. When you sit down to drink a cup of coffee, think about the small plot coffee farmer and how they pour their life into the very product they love.
And we want you to know that for Ed and I, and for our staff, TerraMica is not just a job, it's a vocation. It's a passion that we live 7 days a week.
Please join us in helping small plot coffee farmers leave poverty behind and live in healthy homes and healthy communities.